Happy 2024, everybody. Angel's back. Welcome back to Shamgar's Music Sanctuary. Today I'm tagging on to the metal tag for 2024. This is a pretty cool thread that I forgot who started it, but a lot of people in the BCLC have been doing this, so I want to tag on. And these are the ones that I got. It's 20 questions for 2024. I got my list right here, all my answers. There's just too many to remember offhand. So, all right, here we go. Number one, name a release you're eagerly anticipating in 2024. I know a lot of people saying Judas Priest, and like, of course, with the last album, I think a lot of people are really anticipating the new album. But I'm gonna go with Wasp. It's been 9 years since the last album came out, which was Golgotha, which was amazing. I really liked it, so hopefully the new album will be just as good, if not better. So, all right. As you know, 2024 is the Chinese New Year. It's the year of the dragon. So show off an album either inspired by or containing dragons on the cover. Okay, so got a Christian band called Zion. The name of the album is Thunder from the Mountain. As you can see, dragon. Yes. These guys play rock, like, classic 80s, like heavy rock. So really good stuff. See, Zion, Thunder from the Mountain. All right. 3. What was your favorite album that you acquired in 2023? This one was super easy. It is one of my favorite bands, and that is Theocracy, Mosaic. This album is excellent. It is definitely my favorite album. If you don't know who Theocracy is, progressive rock, progressive metal, and it's got like thrash tendencies. This is probably I would say their heaviest album, I think. You won't go wrong with this one. Check this one out. Theocracy, Mosaic. All right. Number 4. Was there a title in 2023 that you were satisfied to purchase digitally, non-physical media, and why? So the first one, I only did, usually I do a couple, but usually I wind up getting them in physical media. But the first one I got was Extreme, the new album 6 from 2023. I heard a couple of songs. I really dug them, and so I bought the album digitally, and I absolutely loved it. It's fabulous. The band sounds fat. It's an excellent album. It's to the point where I'm gonna have to buy it physically, probably at least on CD, if not on vinyl as well. So, all right. Show an album that musically doesn't match the cover art. Okay. So this is a female-fronted band called Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh. It's called Operation Takeover. As you can tell, it's like very girly, and they play like metalcore, but since they're all girls, they label their own called beautycore. So it's heavy. It's 3 sisters in the band. So there you go. Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh, Operation Takeover. What is the metal artist that you own the most items by? All right, so one artist I own the most is a Christian band called Mortification. I'm just gonna show you how much I have. I have a box set by them. Here's some stack of CDs right here. And here's another stack of CDs right here. I think I counted there's like 25 CDs I have. Mortification, and then plus I have 8 vinyl of Mortification, so I have upwards like 33 or 34 whether CDs or vinyl, and that's not including cassette. I think I have like 1 or 2 cassettes which I haven't found, but so definitely Mortification. So show an album you blind bought in 2023. All right, I heard one song in a record store I went to, and this band called Ne Obliviscaris. The name of the album is called Exile. Really cool album. No one sounds like them. It's kind of like when you try to, it's like, what do they sound like? Well, they kind of sound like, when you describe them, they kind of sound like, they don't sound like Opeth, but in that vein, how you can't really pigeonhole Opeth. And you can't pigeonhole these guys. These guys are metal, clean vocals, the growling vocals. They utilized the violin as a major instrument as part of the band. Really cool stuff. So that is Ne Obliviscaris Exul. Okay. Show a title you own more than one format. So I was lucky to find, at one point I was like, all my cassettes are buried and they're packed away right now because I don't have my tape player out. So instead of digging that out, when this came out this year, or last year, I should say, I bought the one package that was only available left. So it is Paramecium Within the Ancient Forest. So it's on vinyl. I bought the gold CD. And look at it, on cassette as well. So Paramecium Within the Ancient Forest. All right, next one. I'm sorry about doing this. I keep going up and down on this. Let's see. Okay, name a band that you would travel a considerable distance to see in 2024. That band would be Theocracy. I've never seen them. They've been around for 20 years. I'm dying to see them. I almost had a chance to see them last year. I missed out, so hopefully I'll get a chance to see them this year. All right. Oh, and I skipped one. I apologize. That was number 10. This is number 9. Bookworm. Show off a release conceptually inspired by literature. Okay. So what I got is inspired by the book of Revelation in the Bible. Savior Machine. Legend Part 1. It's an excellent album. It's all about the book of Revelation. It's like 77, 78 minutes long. There's Legend Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, 3.1, and then the 3.2 as well, which was never finished. So, Savior Machine, Legend, Part 1. Okay, number 11, Sour Grapes. Show a 2023 release that you enthusiastically purchased but eventually lost interest in. I'm going to go with After Winter, Paramnesia. It's 2 discs. I liked it when I heard it. I didn't really get into it. I kind of put it to the side. So it's not like I lost interest. I don't know if I lost interest, but I never really got back to it. But this is the only one I can really think of that just didn't hold me. Like I wanted to listen to it repeatedly. So I'll have to get back into this, and maybe we'll be able to erase that from that answer. So number 12, The Golden Child. Name an artist that you feel can do no wrong. Yes, this is a Theocracy. They only have 5 albums. 5? 5 albums, yeah. The self-titled, Mirror Souls, As the World Bleeds, Ghost Ship, and now Mosaic. 5 albums in 20 years. They take their time in doing the music. The main guy, Matt Smith, everything done is to perfection. So he doesn't have like songs like, B-sides or anything like that. Pretty much anything that he works on irons them all out. And that's why each and every album sounds is excellent. There's really no throwaway tracks. So you might think otherwise, but in my opinion, for what they put out, the quality, it's Theocracy. Okay, Overstayed Welcome. Name a band that you wish would have quit while they were ahead. To be honest, I couldn't think of anybody. I'm sure there's quite a few bands out there. So I'm not gonna pile dirt on them. So we're just gonna pass on that one. But if you have them, put it in the comments. I'd like to read those. Okay, show a band release that you bought in 2023 as a direct result of watching someone's YouTube channel. All right, so the one CD is not a new release. This came out back in the late 80s, I believe. It is Snow White, Act of God, and I heard this from Ron Haggerty. If you know who he is, his channel is Ron the Vinyl Custodian. He's had numerous channels over the years. He was on, then he stopped, then he on, stopped again. He took some time off this past year. A lot of things were going on in his life, and then he's starting up again. I highly suggest you subscribe to that channel. But yeah, Snow White thrash album, female fronted vocalist, really really good. He hyped it up a lot, and I was like, all right, well, let's see how it is. And I listened to it streaming first, and I was like, wow, all right, I gotta get a copy. So it's hard to find, really hard to find. It cost me like just $24 to find a CD. So Snow White, Act of God. All right, show an otherwise good album that ends up suffering from being too long. This was really hard. There's a lot of albums I feel like something in between. It's like I feel like it's just uneven. Sometimes the best tracks are on the end, or sometimes they're in the beginning, or sometimes they're in the middle. So I went with Tourniquet's "Crawl to China." Like the first few tracks, I'd say like the first 6 tracks I really dig, and then the next 8 or 9 I'm like So this was probably like the one album people really don't listen to in Tourniquet's catalog. Um, if you listen to it, you'll see why. But Tourniquet, "Crawl to China." Show your favorite band T-shirt. All right. I don't have a lot of band T-shirts. I don't know, just not my thing. I have a couple, but it's not something I actively go to buy. But one of my favorite bands, One Bad Pig, Volunteer Guitar Smasher. So this is taken after one of their albums called Smash. So One Bad Pig. All right. Share a band that has been around for at least 24 years that you think is still going strong, creatively relevant. This one's pretty easy in my opinion. There's a lot of them, obviously, but I'm gonna go with Striper. I remember people remember in the '80s when they came out. I mean, Christian band, unashamed of the lyrics. They throw out the Bibles in the concerts. Came out album, and then they stopped in 1991 after Against the Law, and then it took like a 14, 15 year break. I feel like ever since they got back together, especially around like 2014 with Fallen, like seemed like the output that they're putting out, the music, it's just really, really good. So, Striper. All right. Share your favorite band mascot. I don't know. Eddie from Iron Maiden is pretty cool. I like Vic Rattlehead from Megadeth. That's about it. Not a great question that grabs me. So, grab bag. Share a random pull from your collection. So I had to close my eyes, spin it around a couple times, and I got a band called Mortal Fathom. The name of the album. It's a Christian band. Industrial. It's got like guitars. It's got some of the dance beats. So it's kind of like a combination of both. Really cool. Actually, one of the songs is a couple like few like 20 seconds where there's just like no instruments. Pretty cool stuff. So Mortal Fathom. And the last one, and this is over 12 minutes already, so I apologize. Show an album from a metal band that others may not consider metal. So the whole rap rock bands. This is one of my favorite ones. Christian band XL and Death Before Dishonor, or XL and DVD. Sodom in America. The guitars are heavy, the drums. He rhymes, he raps. Some singing on here. But it's heavy. It's really good stuff. I recommend it to anyone. This came out in 1990. Was it 91, 92, or 93? Somewhere around there. I forget what year. Really early. So this was like, when Rage Against the Machine came out. I mean, this band was like one of the earlier bands that came out. So highly recommend checking out, especially the first half of the album. It's just amazing, really good. So XL and Death Before Dishonor. So that's it. That's the metal tag for 2024. Looking forward to do more videos. I have to take a break for a while. Life, too many things going on. So I'm hoping to set aside more time to do more videos. Probably do some different things. Probably some album rankings, reviews, just stuff that I have, just album music that I want to share, and just updates on anything I add to my collection. Until then, next time, you guys take care. Oh, share comments. I try to reply back to everybody. So hope everyone has a great 2024. God bless. Take care.